since my friends are here. I just came to kick it, but really I would rather be at home all by myself, not in this room with people who don't
Hi
even.
guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are doing a foundation routine, how to highlight and contour, and also how to bake slash cook. I know it's not something that's been really popular. Let me rephrase. It's been something that's been really popular amongst YouTubers and Instagrammers, but baking and cooking has been around as long as highlighting and contouring has been. It's something that us YouTubers slash beauty gurus, makeup artists have taken from the drag queens. Some women love it. Some people are like, yes, slay, cook, bake, sharp everything up. And some people are like, oh my god, no, that's too harsh, that's too... Everyone has their own personal opinions. So me personally, I do it almost every single time I do a makeup look, especially when I want like that sharp, defined contour, highlight, everything, like everything. If that's not you, I am going to be filming my kind of 15-minute easy makeup tutorial, just so those women who are like, yes, Lanya, that looks good on you, but I can't wear that, it doesn't look good on me. For those women, no problem, I will be getting a video up for you guys. But if you guys do enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and also if you have any constructive criticism, please leave it down in the description box. We can talk back and forth and maybe come to an agreement, maybe not. I mean, whatever, you know, everyone has their own personal way that they apply makeup, but don't bash me for how I apply my makeup. This is my channel, this is how my face, this is how I like to apply my makeup. Everything is me, you know. This is just a guideline for you, and you can take a little bit of what I do, a little bit of what somebody else does, and sprinkle it together and make it your own. Makeup is supposed to be personal, so do you, boo. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get into the video. This is also going to be a voiceover because in the last how to highlight and contour video, I got like 5 comments asking why it was so long, so I just decided to do a voiceover so to make it a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you would like to see this tutorial, check the description box, or I'll post a little annotation when the video is uploaded to YouTube, but I will see you guys very soon. Bye!
Do anything, I'm going to apply some lip balm to my lips. I'm using my bold lip balm that I get in the store. It's really good, and I need it to moisturize. Then I'm going in with hand sanitizer, and that's the Hibiscus one by Bath & Body Works, just to sanitize my hands because we're going in with a primer next. And I'm using the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. This is one of my favorite primers. It's not very good for mattifying, but it's really well for applying a thin layer between your foundation and your skin and protecting your skin from the foundation and all of the toxins and parabens and everything that are inside of those. So then I'm going in with Tarte's Amazonian Full Clay Foundation. This is the shade, I believe this is Rich Honey, and I'm using that with a Sigma Round Top Kabuki brush. I forget what number this is, but it's my all-time favorite brush for applying foundation. It just applies it so smoothly and so flawlessly, and this foundation is very full coverage. I applied a very thin layer today because I did go in with another foundation off camera just to give me the desired coverage that I wanted to, but I'm just blending that out and making sure I get around the edges of my brows just to blend out that concealer, because having halo brows is very unattractive. So I also blend that up into my hairline, and then I go underneath of my jawline and down onto my neck just to make sure that everything is blended, and also in between my nose and around my brows, and there's your flawless face. So for concealer, I'm using this Kryolan brush on concealer, and this is in the shade number 4. This is a really like close concealer to my skin tone. It's not too bright, so it's going to give you that natural highlighted look. So I'm doing underneath of my eyes, I did my chin a little bit, my cupid's bow a little bit, and then the center of my forehead, and also down the bridge of my nose, just to give you all of those highlighted areas that the light would naturally hit. And then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, which is wet. I just squeeze it a couple times to get it wet, to blend out that concealer, just so it blends it out very flawlessly. You can always use a brush to do this, or you can use your fingers. Just make sure your fingers are clean once again, so you're not applying any dirt or bacteria or anything like that onto your face or onto your skin. So just continue to blend that out, and make sure you blend it out pretty well, just because you don't want to have too many harsh lines. You can also take the butt part, so the bottom part of the beauty blender, just to go around the edges, but I usually go back in with the brush. But to set slash bake my face, I'm using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and this is a setting powder that was made for us by us. I like to say FUBU. It was specifically designed for women of color because it's kind of hard for us to have highlighters and we can't really use the translucent powders because they make us look pretty ashy. So this one is a very finely milded powder, so I'm taking it underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and my chin a little bit. But all I'm doing in all baking is just applying a little bit of an excess powder, so a lot of powder underneath of your eyes and everywhere where you applied your concealer, just to set it and to make sure it locks into place. And that was my little happy dance, and now I'm going in with the contouring palette. This is my Nikki Garrett contouring palette, and I'm taking my Real Techniques contouring brush just to add a little bit of depth and dimension and back into my face. I'm just applying a couple of, like, it's called like the shadow of your face, into my cheekbones, my jawline, and also around my nose and my forehead. And then I go in with Ben Nye's Topaz setting powder, and I use Topaz underneath of my contour just to sharpen it up a little bit more, just because Topaz is a little bit closer to my skin tone and it's not as bright and as light as that Sacha Buttercup powder. So I'm taking it right underneath of my contour line, and then I sort of angle it up towards my cheekbones just to give the apples of my cheekbone a more structured appearance. So I'm bringing it up slightly around my mouth just to give a kind of like a J form around the edges of my my jawline. And I also apply a little bit more just to blend it down into my jawline a little bit more, so it's not just one straight line straight across. So just blend that out and continue to pack on the powder, and you are baking. So bake, 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 bake. No, I let this sit on for about 5 minutes usually, and then I just brush it all away. But yes, I look funny. I look weird, right? So I'm taking a e.l.f. powder blush brush that I got from Walmart for like $3 or $4. I love it, and I'm using this to blend out where I applied that Sacha Buttercup powder. If you do have Ben Nye's banana powder, it will work just as well. I like Sacha Buttercup a little bit better though because it's a little bit more finely milded. It's very, very, very fine. And then I just use a Coastal Scents flat top kabuki brush just to blend out the Topaz powder, which I just like because it looks a little bit more like my skin and not as bright as the Sacha Buttercup powder looks, like I stated a couple times. I'm going back in with that Nikki Garrett contouring palette in dark, and I'm taking a big fluffy angled brush that I got from BH Cosmetics probably 4 or 5 years ago, to be honest, and I'm contouring down the sides of my nose. So I'm going to take it around the edge and then also up the sides just to define my nose a little bit more, and just continue to blend it out. You can also take the edge of your finger just to buff it out if you feel like it's a little too harsh, but I don't. I also am taking this Wet n Wild blush in the shade Berry Shimmer, and I'm taking that on a duo fiber brush just because the last time that I used this powder blush, in a video you guys were saying how it was too much. So taking a duo fiber brush is going to make sure that the powder and the product isn't applied as much on your face, and it's just going to disperse it very evenly on your face. So to highlight today, I'm using JD Glow's, this is Gabrielle Union, and I'm taking a fan brush. This is a really pretty kind of bronzy golden highlight shade, really pretty for dark skinned women or women of color in general. I love to glow. I love to use any type of highlighter. It doesn't matter what color it is, but for the sake of the videos and this being a highlight and contour video, I decided to just go in with something that I felt was going to flatter my skin tone and make everyone else happy, because everyone always has a problem with what I want to highlight with. I'm taking a little Ofra like fan brush and highlighting my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and down the center of my nose just to give it a little bit more of a slimming effect. And then I'm just going to go back in with the duo fiber brush with no product on it, just using it to buff out the edges and blend everything out. And then you can set your face with a setting spray, which I forgot to do in this video, but that completes the look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and not too long for those of you guys who complained about it being too long. If you would like to see the eye makeup tutorial and the lip application, I will have the video listed down below once I get it onto the tubular. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Mwah. Bye!